your hashtags in right now because we are going to start for the ban and pick of the drafting phase for game number 2 at match number 4 for today. Starting with the first pick for RRQ Mika, banning off the Nolan and also the Kaja for the side of GPX Basreng.
Are they going to be banning over the Matilda at this rate? Because like previously Matilda was being used by RRQ Mika but not working really well from them. Are they going to be not letting Tal using the hero, the signature hero, and there you go, respecting GPX Basreng. But from the side of GPX Basreng, we know that actually this RRQ Mika will be going for the first pick, so Guinevere and also Basha. Basha is the one that is being prioritized to be banned by the side of GPX Basreng. But Matilda, once again, Guinevere is still available and might be picked if they are not concentrating on that one. So I wonder if they're gonna be going for that or not. So let's see what is gonna happen later on. But here you go, going for the next ban from RRQ Mika. They might want to try to eliminate a respectful hero towards GPX Basreng. It's either, I think if they want to ban over the Bruno is also gonna be a very good one. So yeah, because it's like lately Bruno is just like super good to be used inside of the Land of Dawn. And there you go, a Diki. So a first pick Guinevere might be picked by the side of RRQ Mika. So how GPX Basreng gonna be encountering the presence of Guinevere that might be picked by RRQ Mika? Definitely they are preparing some draft regarding that one.
Okay, getting in. For the bans, we can also see that it's quite a bit of a template from GPX Basreng. Actually banning off the Diggy is actually a good sign. They know how to use that hero quite very well. But then again, the Joy is freely for them to use, and it is the first secure pick for RRQ Mika, and this will be a quite high mobility war for them.
Definitely. I mean, like, Joy have that chances for going for early aggressive movement along with the mobility that they have. But for GPX Basreng, I mean, like, they still can consider maybe even for a CC hero, or maybe if they want to, they can try to pick off over Guinevere once again. I mean, like, it's OP hero, definitely can be considered, but if it's not, they might want to go for, even Esmeralda was being used previously to go against Ajay. So eat it maybe with the Guinevere, but it's gonna be a Valentina, which is gonna be a very good one with the IMU, and Guinevere with the spatial immigration along with that Violet Require.
Okay, two quite strong heroes and a strong suit for GPX Basreng, seeing how they play out in the early for their first match is quite aggressive. It will be a very hard match, if I could say, for the second one.
Oh, I like it already.
Yes.
RRQ Mika, I love this pick so much.
Maybe they were saving for the second game.
Maybe.
Okay.
I love this pick actually. 1-1 Joy, Angela, they're going all in, and we know how aggressive this would be. Why I'm so excited over the draft.
Okay, and for GPX Basreng trying to shadow pick onto Franco.
I think this is the best one. Like, it's a very wise, like, going against a Joy, you want to suppress it.
But at the same time, it would be very hard. You have to aim that Iron Hook quite well and nailed it down with the ultimate also stunning in. And let's not forget, for Caramel is the chance to ban out 2 more heroes. Banning out to maybe, like, again, Martis or maybe the Vaxia will be a nice combination, or maybe a Lancelot will be nice too. But then again, for RRQ Mika, they can also ban out maybe the Marksman because it's still wide open. Like the Brody or maybe the Beatrix, they can utilize that well too. Because going up against 1-1, yes, they will have a good range. They would actually know that it is a great chance to play with. But then again, going in blindly without a good of a burst damage against 1-1 would be very, very risky.
To be honest, this drop is actually interesting.
Time and
Oh,
tide wait
okay.
for no
So
one.
Irrital,
If
no
girl.
Beatrix. They're eliminating and like narrowing down the hero that can be used by Chinchao. But remember, Chinchao's pool of heroes are plenty. And I think if they want to, they can even go for a Cho at this point. Because going against a 1-1 and Joy, Cho on the gold lane actually a very good idea. But it means that they really need a ranged hero going for that EXP, which is not gonna be easy one, I guess. So no, I don't think that it will go like that. Because I do feel like they are forced to use again another kind of cloud maybe, or another kind of hero that can be used, but it's a Clint that will be picked by GPX Basreng. So Mika, after the Clint pick, Joy going definitely for the jungle or EXP? I think the jungle is better, right?
Yes, the jungle would be better, but at the same time, for GPX Basreng, they haven't really opened up to whoever that is trying to play, because Tan will be having to play the Joy
Farsha.
if it's going to be the jungler here. But then again, that the question mark, the Angela, will it be a middle lane or even a roamer?
I think if it's, I'm not really sure. It can be for both. What is their plan now going for this? Alright.
Oh, locking in a next Borg.
So it will be a Ruby Roamer,
An
Angel.
X-Borg core?
Axborg XP, Joy Jungle, mid lane Angela, gold lane 1-1. It might be like that though. But oh ho! You're right. This is the right counter for 1-1. Direct counter.
Phoveus.
Phoveus, yeah. Direct counter, definitely. And Joy! Apparently, both of them with Phoveus will, I don't know, I'm not sure for this one. I somehow like the draft coming from the side of team Mika, and somehow GPX, I really want to know what kind of things that they will try to show for this. Are they going to be playing quite aggressively, or they just counter react, or maybe they're going to play hopefully not as passive as before.
Yes, actually, for the draft here is actually quite unique.
It is.
Very unique, and maybe it will be a signature draft.
Oh, how long is
for
it
them.
since the last Phoveus that you saw inside of the lineup down?
Actually, other than the Povius, for me, it's quite unique because the export is going to be the core.
Is it core or XP?
If I'm not mistaken, it's before picked in. It's a retribution, but maybe they've
they
changed
changed,
it.
yeah.
It's the change it.
Let's
Then maybe
see.
the icon. But let's see.
Let's
On
jump.
to the Land of Dawn, match number 4. Game number 2, RQ Mika versus GBX Basreng, and we'll see who will be. Tan being the one holding on to the export as a jungler.
Yeah, that is interesting. Axborg, actually Axborg is a very good hero. Especially we mentioned it before in the previous game, like how Lao's insanity can be something that hold up the game, and to aim it towards Qingzhao, actually it's gonna be perfect. You know, the explosion of Lao's insanity will burst Qingzhao down, and not only Qingzhao, also Huni. But also Huni can do the same thing with the stealing it using the
Oh, a bit of a hook here onto Ash, but still be able to move on from the second skill here. Trying to find in for a good way to maneuver around the map, and knowing that it's actually pretty good. Trying to find a bit, but Yogor is actually quite shielding a lot, but Ash is trying to pull in from the back. A bit of a stun of the Iron Hook. Knowing that he's trying to find in again. But from the top lane is quite suppressed down. Tal is very, very looking out for Qingzhao from the top.
Definitely.
But, yeah.
Because they don't want Ash to win the lane here.
Yes.
Because they know how strong the 1-1 is. You mentioned it. in the first match, if I'm not mistaken, that you're mentioning how strong the 1-1 because it's back before the nerf right now,
Yes.
right? With the passive and everything else. So if the 1-1 able to get a secure a kill or something, it will be huge. But Livy forced to use a flicker to retreat from the movement coming from GPX Basreng that play aggressively is already an information. For the next 2 minutes, there will be no flicker for Livy.
But onto the turtle, Caramel has started, but Lele being the one here trying to fake out again with the Violet Requiem, even though it is a first blood for RRQ, but they do have that much of a damage taking onto that turtle, securing that neutral objective. Actually being a big of a gain for GPX Basreng.
I don't understand what they are trying to do with this lineup. They just want to like scatter the movement coming from GPX Basreng because like plenty of heroes that can do a lot of rotation here with the Tan, with Lele, along with the Livy that can like go anywhere that needs the help. So they can play 2 lanes or 3, even 3 lanes at the same time to disrupt the concentration coming from the side of GPX Basreng. So when that's happened, when the purpose of the heroes coming from GPX Basreng is a big team fight, Mika can do it, but also can distract it.
Okay, trying to find a good way to maneuver around the map. Then again, they're still really trying to move on. There isn't any much action going on, but maybe you have to wait until the second turtle has risen. But then again, so far I could see it is still a bit of a balance. Again, this is still in the early game, so need to wait, need to find, because in a Caramel pop up with the Violet Requiem going on to the side of Livy with the spatial migration securing the kill, but not to forget that Joy is trying to heal in again with the Heart Guard, trying to pull in again, but sadly Electrifying Beats is too powerful in the early, has taken down Caramel for it.
Yeah.
1 for 1.
Yep. And now in the 4 minutes inside of Light of Dawn, 1000 gold lead has been lead by the side of Team GPX Basreng. And now GPX Basreng still trying to get back to the position where Yogoi is trying to get some gold plating here on the top lane with Ash, but Tal is already get there. Tried to do the Iron Hook, tried to pick up somebody from Mika, but the dodge happened. And Yogoi able to avoid that one, but Lele coming with the electrifying boss, but Tan still able to secure the turtle in the bottom lane.
It's actually pretty nice how they start out in the early, trying to pull on more of a balance. That Mika is actually trying to close into the gap with the crossbow tank opening up, actually taking down Chinchao, but Yogoi being in the front line here, leaving only a bit of a health here, has to move backwards, leaving Tala and also Funi trying to push in again, but 1 versus 3, that is just a bit of a hard move right there.
It is. But still trying so hard to avoid GPX Basreng's movement right there, despite that it's pretty hard thing to do by the side of Mika. 3-1 here. Mika still leading in terms of kills, but GPX Basreng still leading in terms of gold, despite that it's only a small gap of differences here. Well, Lily here going for the bottom lane again, focusing over the lane and trying to give the punishment, but the surprise happened in top lane, focusing over Ash here. That is being picked off directly by Caramel with that retribution as well.
Ooh, that's just a bit of a miss up. But here Caramel trying to jump in, also with the spatial migration, pulling in Yogoi, being in the front line, getting pushed in again. Iron Hook for Livy, taking it down again with the last Insanity, just trying to barge in. But sadly, didn't really explode it onto the right target, because not to forget that they are 4 people right there waiting and waiting for the next target.
No, GPX Basreng is controlling the game. They're trying so hard to get the objective gameplay here on the top lane, focusing to get over the turret with the presence coming from Chinchao that able to secure some gold. We can see from the items. And this battle has been done by Chinchao. And also for the side of 1-1, Corset Strike. And maybe going for the Demon Hunter Sword, but look at that one, Violet still trying to get back a little bit, but the crossbow of Tang is there, and focusing over Violet. So, a point for our Mika with the hard guard coming from the Angela.
Okay, Thal needs to be quite very careful. Iron Hook tried to pull on a nice hook, sadly missed and didn't get anybody yet. But Caramel, so Thal and Jinja are in quite a good of a position, pulling up from the Valentina, trying to hook one of the players from RQ Mika. And let's not forget, even at the top lane, RQ Mika gets to have an objective. One of their turrets are actually been taken down. Not to mention that in from the bottom lane, the GPX is trying to pull in again another Iron Hook. Sally didn't get the chance to pull in Yogoi.
Ooh. Quite hard moments right here from the side of our Mika along with GPX Basreng, but now GPX. This is gonna be the next Lord that is gonna be appearing inside of the Let Off Dawn, and I think from the side of GPX they really need a momentum to try to punish our Mika because they have a really good hero to do so. Like with that Tal, with the Surprise, along with the Spatial Migration, especially if Huni able to take the I'm Offended or even the Last Insanity, that will be perfect for the combo of BPX Basreng.
Okay, not to mention that is actually pulled in with the Iron Hook suppressed right now, and a bit of a terrified and all in on Yogoi with a bit of a good thing. Ash is trying to pop up again with Violet, trying to pop in with a Demonic Force opening up, but even the crossbow tank is very helpful. Last Insanity popping up again, sadly didn't really hurt anybody yet, but Funi right in front of the middle lane trying to pull in with the I'm Offended, but actually is needed to go back with the IMU.
No. But now with the IMU, I think like right now GPX just need to focus on how they are going to be opening up a way. But the thing is, Araki Mika understands how to counter the movement, how to react over the pressure, or maybe Violet that can be bait up to go dive in too far to the side of Araki Mika. So the Demonic Force can be a very good opportunity to pick up somebody, but also can be as different kind of things because it can be a punishment towards team GPX as well. So we will just jump back again into the game to see and witness what is actually going to happen. But the Iron Hook connect once again. Paul able to secure Tan here. Tan will be committed right there. Spatial Migration along with Violet Requiem able to secure a jungler from the side of RRQ Mika.
Even though the Demonic Force is actually popped up, their Retribution power is actually going down very much. From Tal going to pick off again, but it's still too very much tanky. Conceal opening up. Okay, Iron Hook trying to pull in again, but Yogoi is being the one taken down. Ash with the Hard Guard trying to support in, but the Demonic Force is just too far to just budge in. But even Caramel gets that neutral objective. Lele is just too powerful onto that jump. But then again, Electrifying Beats and also the Vengeance has activated for them to help on again. But from RQ Mika's, their Lord is actually marching on to the top lane, and even the middle lane is trying to push down by GPX Basreng.
How is scary with that Franco? She always have been with the Franco. She's like having the magnet to the opponents to be pulled up by the Iron Hook, and we can see the items here. Tunnel Belt has been done by Carmel, while for Chinchal, Blade of Despairs, along with the Endless Battle for Ash. Okay. You have the sword and maybe going for the Windtalker.
Okay, Yogoi in the front line again. Thal trying to go in with Ash, but sadly Tan has a big of a follow-up here. Their turret needs to go down, but Violet with the Demonic Force trying to pop in again, trying to claim in again, but sadly didn't really get that much of a hook. But even though that, GPX Basreng has successfully taken down two, or even going on the way for the third turret has been taken down, has been playing that much smoothly on how they try to pick off one by one. Each turret is just gone like that.
It is just like moving quite fast here from the GPX Basreng. Suddenly the game's a little bit on their hand, but I still feel like Araki Mika can turn back the table here with all of the heroes that they are having. The thing about having Angela is about the momentum. I do feel like they haven't shown us the potential combo from the draft. Like, I'm offended plus last insanity. Maybe because the rest of the player of GPX Basreng, just like we've mentioned before, scattering around, trying to control back the players from Araki Mika. So they are not going to be able to have a big proper team fight towards Team GPX Basreng.
Trying to find a good way and maneuvering over, but the Lord is just back in for like around 45 seconds, but Lele is just trying to find a way on to pick off one of the players from GPX Basreng. But then again, they need to find a good momentum. Both teams don't really want to escalate anything yet because they will have to have a good setup for the second Lord, if I'm not mistaken. Going in for the enhanced Lord will be a great objective, like one of the players here, Ironhook and a Bloody Hunt from Lele, and even the Heart Guard didn't have really much time. Conceal hopping up to two people, Caramel just popping in with the spatial migration, but no Violet Requiem first from Tan, opening up the last Insanity just to pop up. Didn't really hit anybody, but Funi is all fully in commit. Violet going in with the Demonic Force, popping up to Livy onto the back line again, but it's just too much. But with the crossbow tank opening up, even so that GPX Basreng gets the momentum to take down even 3 people.
GPX Basreng now pushing it harder to the side of our Mika. The Lord has found. Are they going to be focusing to get that one, since the rest of the player from our Mika is quite far away and they are being caged into their side? And I think GPX Basreng still having full potential with the full ultimate on their hand. Also, this Caramel already preventing bad thing that might happen by having the Winter Truncheon here to prevent maybe the movement and even the crossbow tank coming from the side of this 1-1. So yeah, the Lord will be taken care of, I guess, in the hand of GPX Basreng.
Okay, but even though they want to try and kill, they didn't really help that much. Okay, Ta being the first one here with the crossbow tank taken down, even the Violet being on the second one taken down by our Mika. But let's not forget that enhanced Lord is trying to march in from the top lane, trying to find a good of a way to maneuver over, but Lele with the electrifying beats targeting down Caramel with the spatial migration. It's just not enough to be taken on to the side of Lele. Last Insanity popping up, even if it's not too much powerful, wasn't able to take down Funi.
After taking the Lord and being punished like that, it's just like a wasteful Lord that is marching on the top. Especially if the Lord are unable to take, I think they are going to be able to do it. I think they are not going to be stopped. They're not going to be taking the turret in the top lane. So
I think it will, because the enhanced Lord is the one who barges into that.
I thought they will be able to clean it before that. But still though, I mean, like being
Only
punished by 3 members, being punished like that and taking the outer turret to what's left in the bottom. Well, they supposed to have more than that. It's pretty sad. But GPX now needs to drag it longer if they want to take the game. But Araki Mika seems like they have proper damage now to fight it back towards GPX.
Okay, trying to know that which way to maneuver on. In the middle lane, again, both teams don't really want to risk it that much. Entering the 15-minute mark, dragging on to the late game. Both teams are actually like almost close. The gap of the goal wouldn't be that much of a difference, because if it's in the late game, everyone has full-on items. But the problem is, can they execute that war very neatly? Because even when momentum is off, you can just take onto that point right there.
Yeah.
So waiting for that Lord around 60 more seconds. A lot of the players from RQ Mika is actually just going home right now. Maybe trying to defend out their places, and from players from GPX Basreng trying to maneuver way in, because standing guard for the Lord as their third neutral objective.
Yeah. And I think like with this full items Joy that can try to barge into the side of GPX Basreng is put a threat up here for GPX. GPX pretty much need to be ready for every kind of dive, especially because the Blood Wings is there, and Ash with full items, it's just gonna be super scary. See, Halbert's even been made here to respecting the Caramel along with the Violet's shield up. And Lele finishing off with the Deep Blade. This is a super scary joy, to be honest. To be honest, it's super scary.
Okay, the third lord has emerged, and both teams are just trying to find a good way here. Mika is actually trying to open the void. The Angela is just straight up cleaning the wave here. Yogoi trying to zone out a lot of both two teams here. Thal being the one here in the target and in the front line, also pulling in with an iron hook that didn't really get much. The conceal has been popped up, but sadly it is used too early, and even the Lord is resetted for both teams. So then again, Caramel and Dawn just needs to outwit this one. Even though maybe from Gilgore and Violet, it's just opening up again with the Violet Requiem up here going in with the Demonic Force forcing up again with the Immortality brokening up, but with the last Insanity just popping up again. Damage isn't that much big, but Violet is just full on pushing. Not to mention that Crossbow Tang is open up, but the Winter is actually on. Canceling, but even the double kill onto the side of Lele, getting that bit of a damage here. Caramel is trying to be taken down again, being the front line here again, suppressed with the Winter, but it is unstoppable by Ash. Mika gets the momentum actually in this war, and they would have to finish the Lord.
This might be a comeback here for Mika. We can see how is the damage from Lele along with Ash. They are trying to scatter around the movement of GPX Basreng, and they did it really well. That is their plan since the beginning. That is the plan that they are making after having that kind of draft, and actually it works really good right now. GPX now is the one who is on the losing side here with the Lord that is marching on the bottom lane. They need to clear it as soon as possible. Caramel having quite hard time, to be honest, to try to contest it back to our Mika. So let's see, is it gonna happen again? Maybe GPX will be able to hold it in the high ground situations because Akumi need to work on the skills that C is gonna be using against our Mika. If she is able to use I am a vendor or maybe Alas Insanity, there will be a different story. But Lele, that is being shut down here in the hand of that. Lin is another story, but look at that one. The Demonic Force going in. Yogoi trying to retreat a little bit more, but Caramel that is being picked off, already an answer for GPX to stay back and hold their ground.
Discipline is the key. But then again, Mika needs to move back. They both need to find a good way to take their chances right here for GPX Basreng or even Mika. Both teams need to play out this very, very tentfully, I guess I could say that. So for the moment, again, waiting for the good moment, have that momentum and take on that match. The Lord is just for 70 seconds away. They are trying to make a good play and a move or maybe even a war during this fight. So before that, it's just a matter of moment of which team can get onto that momentum.
Oh, so funny here as one of the damage dealer back again. I was mentioning it before, like now Funi need to play as a utility hero, like the CC, like the movement need to be done. It's either less insanity or it's the I'm a vendor, because if it's not, it's gonna be pretty heavy to be done in the land of Dawn.
Okay, but so far Mika is trying to set up again, trying to move in one group while the Angela is just cleaning its way out. But then again, they're just again waiting for that Lord, finding a great moment. The Angela can just pop up in any second that they want. From Mika, the dangers is actually being and have to defend from the top lane because that much of a minion is just for work.
This is the thing, but this is the thing also about Angela, because Angela will be like, okay, you can go. I'll follow you guys later. using the
Yeah, the hard guard.
the hard guard.
I
So
do
you guys
agree.
can go first. I'll just clean up the mask here, trying to push it back a little bit further, crossing a little bit into the jungle, and after that I'll join you guys.
Okay, I really do like that tactic, but then again, RQ needs to have a good match for this. Caramel and Violet can just jump up any time at all. But, okay, Thal from the back, trying to suppress it with Iron Hook. Nice a bit of a conceal. That again, popping off with the last Insanity, not taking anybody out, but Violet with the Demonic Force trying to pop off again. Ash with the Immortality is just full on punch out. And finally, a shutdown onto GPX.
There's a
Basreng,
backup.
let's not forget, okay, the Guinevere has taken down Joy and pushing back RRQ, leaving only 3 players going in. Even though Yokoi and Thon have the Immortality secure, but the Guinevere is going on for the solo lord right now. That play was an immersive thing to see from GPX Basreng.
And we thought Lele along with us, it will be heavy for the side of
Okay.
Archimika. And look at that one, another Iron Hook connected. Immortality has been taken down, and Kyogoi will be another pick off for the side of GPX Basreng. Well, Caramel will be doing a solo lore and maybe taking the lord without any contest here from Mika. This is another story. They are taking back their chances to win. But still, this is 23 minutes game. This is the longest one today, right? And I think this is why they are called like one of the mortal enemy. They always have the things to be shown, and it's looking good from both of the sides. It's either they're making undisciplined movement, or the opportunity has been taken by the opponent side. That's why the game keeps changing sides.
Okay, but that Lord is trying to freeze out quite well. How GPX Basreng trying to clear out their wave so they can do a 3-lane push, or even a lot of minions will actually go in for quite long. Well, Dawn being in the first front liners here, trying to burst down a lot of damage, but then again needs to be tanky. Yogoi in the front line again. Thal just poking in with the Iron Hook, didn't really cancel out on the Bloody Hunt, but the Lord is immersive enough. I'm offended, pulling in again, but opening up with the Demonic Force, popping up again with the last Insanity. Didn't really hit anybody, but it's suppressed on the side of Winter so that Ash can pull in again, but the Violet Requiem is just too much, so they can get the base for today, and 2-0 is a clean sweep for GPX Basreng.
Despite the second game seems like a pretty hard battle for the side of GPX right there. They were struggling at some point that it was on the hand of hierarchy, but back again, they still have the mentality to turn